Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel Talks with Thee. I remain yours truly, Mrs. Daughter Otto, coming your way with yet another interesting and exciting episode on this channel. Thank you so very much for always being there. God bless you and God honor you. Please keep sending your comments. Please keep following this channel, liking us, and sharing these videos. Because it's good that we spread this good news all around to be a blessing. It's a tool of evangelism, reaching out to people, encouraging people, and also giving guidance to people in their relationships and life generally, so that people can be well informed and make better decisions and live happier lives. So welcome back, and I believe that you do just that. Thank you so much. And I want to truly believe that you are doing great. You know why I know that you are doing great? Because the Bible says, say unto the righteous, it shall be well with him, and he shall eat the fruit of his doing. So I know that as long as you're on the right path with God, you will do well. It doesn't matter what challenges you're facing right now. I know that the ultimate end of any challenge that you find yourself in is going to end in praise. You are going to do well. No matter the challenge you're facing right now, it's going to pass. It's a passing phase, you see. It has not come to stay. And you are going to do well, and you're going to have testimonies to share to the glory of God. So, well done, and God bless you. So, welcome back, people. Welcome back. All right, so what are we talking about today? Today, I want us to discuss a topic that I titled, Break Free. I want us to break free from what? From strongholds. We want to break free from everything that has held us bound. We want to identify those things. We want to truly identify them, understand how they work, and then have strategies of bringing them down. You have to break free from everything that has held you bound. Identify those strongholds and deal with those strongholds. Cause those strongholds to submit to you. Subdue them with the knowledge of God that is inside of you. You are a powerhouse, people. You have what it takes to bring down any stronghold. And whenever you hear stronghold, you just think about something that is difficult, something that is like fortified, something that is confined. Just imagine you being confined in an emotion that is not serving you right. Just imagine you being confined in thought patterns that has held you bound. Listen to me. The battlefield of life itself is in the heart. The battlefield of life is in your heart, in your mind. And those strongholds are there, limiting you in your relationships, limiting you in your marriages, limiting you in every aspect of your life. And you begin to wonder, what is happening to me? Today, we want to begin to identify them. We want to identify those strongholds. We want to understand your root causes. We want to know why they keep working, why they keep happening in our lives, and we want to consciously bring them down. So, are you ready? You're a warrior right now on this episode. We are going to war against everything that has not served us right. Now, what are the signs, that you see indicators of stronghold? There are sometimes you see yourself dealing with some things and you don't even understand what you are dealing with. What are some of the indicators of this stronghold? Number one is persistent negative thought pattern and emotional instability. You will see negative thought pattern and negative emotions rioting in your heart consistently, persistently. That shows that there is a stronghold that needed to be addressed. You will see you have compulsive behavior. You just act out of character and you cannot understand. You want to do better, but when you act at the end of the day, you don't like the result. You are compulsive in the things you do. Compulsive behavior. You indulge in things that you have no reason indulging in. And after that you are done, you are ashamed of yourself. That's a stronghold. You have difficulty breaking patterns. That is a particular way you behave. You find yourself that you are always angry. You are easily irritated. It's a pattern, negative pattern. and you don't know how to break free from it. Today they are going down. You also have self-defeating beliefs. You just believe that you cannot be anything better than what you are now. You just believe that no one will like you enough, love you enough, or give you an opportunity. You just believe in things that defeat you. Self-defeating beliefs. You are the one that have said that you are a grasshopper. You remember those spies that they sent to go and spy the land of Canaan. The spies that Joshua sent to go and spy the land. The ones that came with self-defeating belief, they said they are like grasshoppers in the eyes of the inhabitants of the land. So sometimes the way you see yourself through your own lens defeats who you are. It's a stronghold. So these are indicators of the fact that there is something to deal with. Persistent negative thought pattern. Emotional instability. You are acting out of character most times. Compulsive behavior. You just do what you are not supposed to do. You just react the way you are not supposed to react. And then you don't even know what to do about it afterwards. You are dealing with difficulty in breaking these patterns. Even when you want to break them, you find yourself going back to them. You will now know that something is wrong. And then you have self-defeating beliefs that has held you bound, that has made you not to fly higher, that has made you not to exhibit your true colors because you feel, I cannot go no further. I'm not good enough. Who wants me? Who loves me? Who cares about me? I'm in this world all by myself. These are strongholds. And if those things are not addressed, I tell you people, they are able to bring you down and not allow you to live your full life. If they are not addressed, they make you not to live your life to the fullest, and it affects every area of your life. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When your heart is not clear and your heart is not focused, I tell you, no matter where you find yourself, you will feel small. You are intimidated within yourself. You are intimidating yourself because you don't believe in yourself. Those are strongholds. They must come down. They are caused by something. What are some of the causes of this stronghold? Number one is unconfessed sin. Things that you have done wrong that you have not confessed. Because whatever you hide had the power to intimidate you, to bully you. That's what I've discovered. If you expose your fault, if you take responsibility of what you have done that you are not proud of, I tell you the truth, it loses its grip over you. The enemy cannot use it to taunt you. That error, that mistake that you have confessed to God first and foremost. You have confessed to God first and foremost, because God needs to hear you out to say, Father, forgive me. I did this. I'm not proud of myself. Cleanse me. Please give me a clear conscience. You remember the psalmist, King David, is always praying for cleansing. Blot out my transgression. Cleanse me from all my iniquities, presumptuous sins. Lord, cleanse me of everything that is not of you. You pray that prayer and free yourself. So unconfessed sins can hold you bound, can become a stronghold. Another one is unhealthy relationships. Relationships that are compromising. If you go into relationships that are not right, they compel you to do what you are not supposed to do, and your conscience is lost. When that happens, it becomes a stronghold. It's like someone telling you to take a oath. Don't tell anybody what we have done here. Such relationships too can become strongholds. So be careful of the relationships that you keep. Okay? Unforgiveness also can become a stronghold. We are identifying the things that can cause these strongholds. That's what we are doing now. Unforgiveness, your inability to let go easily, becomes a stronghold. You are always bitter. When you are always bitter, what sweetness can come out of you? That's a stronghold. So how can you enjoy relationships? How can you nurture relationships? You see some people, they cannot tell you friends they've kept for the past 10 years because one person offended, the other person offended, you didn't let go, you went into a new relationship, the person offended you, you left the person. So before you know it, you have broken relationships all around you. That's a stronghold. So when they say, show me your friends, you say, please, I don't believe in friendship. All these people, you can't trust them because you have refused to forgive. So unforgiveness also can be a stronghold, all right? And then believing in lies. You have just allowed yourself to believe a lie, and you are building your life around that lie. it has become a stronghold. Because as long as that lie still exists in your mind, you will not be able to move forward. It's like a blockade. It's like a limitation that has not allowed you to make progress in life. So what are those lies you are believing? Any truth that the Bible do not show to you is a lie. Anything outside the word of God is a lie. It doesn't matter who told it. It doesn't matter how long people have believed it. Anything you want to believe, please pass it through the word of God. What did the Bible say concerning this? If you cannot have clarity, it's a lie. So whatever you have believed wrongly can also hold you bound. And then we also have hereditary tendencies, things that have to do with bloodline. You discover that there is a particular way people of your family behave. And sometimes some people will say, in my family, we don't stay long in marriage. In my family, our women go out for marriage and they come back. There are some things, tendencies that you have, noticed in your family lineage. You can be able to break forth. Now listen to me. Except you take time to identify and to understand the root causes of these strongholds that I'm talking about, you will not be able to confront them. You have to make up your mind to say, this cycle of behavior in me and tendency in me must break off. So what are the causes? You begin to say, oh, is it because I've not confessed that sin? That thing that I hid, I thought nobody saw, nobody knew. It's affecting my mind. It's making me not to be my full self. I have to let go. I have to talk to God in prayer. I have to talk to someone that I trust that can counsel me. When you break free from unforgiveness, break free from believing in lies, break free from keeping wrong companies that compromises your faith, compromises your mind and your character, you will see that those strongholds will lose their grip. Even if it has been the pattern in your family, as long as you have identified them, as long as you have identified it, you pray about it, and before you know it, you are free. Listen to me, everybody in the family cannot go the same route. No, there are some people that are exempted. Yes, you can be that person that is exempted in your family to have it right, to do it right, and to gain that prestige that you are supposed to gain. Not to say people of this family, they are not good at it, this is how they behave. No, break free. There are some families that are known to be troublemakers. Don't you know? Yes, they fight a lot. There are some families that are known that your women are very violent. There are some families that are known that your men are very violent. There are some families that are known that, they don't progress. They don't just go to a particular level. They just stay at a particular level in life. They don't excel in life. If you have noticed that is the pattern, you pray about it, address it, break free from it, and become all that God has ordained for you to be. Are we making sense? I hope so. I hope you are getting one or two things. All right, so that's it. What are the areas in our lives that we can notice strongholds? We can identify strongholds and say, there is something wrong here. Number one, in our relationships. When we have trust issues, when every time you find it difficult to trust people. Listen to me, without trust, there is no relationship now. If you don't trust people, how can you be open with people? How can you be your best version with people? So when you have trust issues, that's a stronghold in that relationship. When you have intimate issues, some married women and married men alike are not free to be intimate with your spouses because of past experiences, because of past traumas that are unresolved. That can be a stronghold. So when you have problem being intimate with your loved one, with your spouse, something went wrong somewhere that needs to be dealt with. You have to deal with that negative emotion. Deal with it. You have to deal with that negative thought pattern because you have been bruised, you have been wounded over time that you don't even believe in anyone anymore. That is a stronghold that you have to deal with. And also, you discover there is consistent conflict. Everything becomes an issue in your relationship. Every time there is an issue to address, that's a stronghold that needs to be dealt with. Like I told you earlier, and I'm still telling you now, there is no stronghold that will not submit to God in prayer. There is no stronghold that you will ever, identify in your life that cannot be brought under subjection. But you have to recognize them. You have to understand what causes them. And you have to deliberately strategize. Have strategies of bringing them down. You have to find out ways of bringing them down, because listen to me, they are there to bully you, but when you face them head on to say, bring it on, I'm going to bring you down because you're a Goliath, uncircumcised Philistine that you are. You can't bully me. You can shout, you can be anything. You would have been there for so long and I've pampered you, but not anymore. I'm bringing you down. Listen to me, except you break free from these strongholds, it looks as if whatever you are doing is not making sense. All right, let's go further. You can notice stronghold in your relationship. Yes. You can also notice stronghold in your work. You have become a workaholic. You just want to work and work and work and work and work. And why are you working? You are afraid of failure. You are always afraid that, hey, if I don't get a job now, how will I survive? You're always afraid. You're always afraid of failure. So it has become a stronghold. You don't even have time to nurture relationships. Because work is good, money is good, but you need people that will enjoy it with you. By the time you leave the people you are supposed to enjoy it with, when you bring in the money, they are not even interested in the money because all they want is you. So your work, you can experience stronghold in your work, as good as work is. If you are becoming a workaholic, if you're always afraid, you don't want to lose your job, you don't want to make mistake, because if you lose your job, what is going to happen? That's a stronghold. You have to break free. It's God that giveth us power to make wealth. And the blessings of the Lord, they make it rich. They added no sorrow. And sorrow can be stress. And God says he has not added stress to our blessing. Sorrow can be anxiety. God has not given you anxiety for you to be anxious of the unknown. No. So you can experience that too. That there is a stronghold. When you see that tendency in you, you're always afraid. You don't want to lose your job. So you walk. You don't make time for your loved ones. That's the stronghold. Another area you can, perhaps identify stronghold is in your finances. You are not disciplined financially. You just spend and overspend. You cannot budget. You are so impulsive. You are so indebted. You are always in debt. Despite how much you make, you're always in debt. There's a stronghold there. The spirit of indebtedness needs to be dealt with, because it's making you not to gather your resources. You are spending what you are not supposed to spend. There's a problem. There's a leakage somewhere. It's a stronghold. You have to address it so that this year and going forward in your life, you'll be able to put things together and become better financially. Also, in your health habits, overeating, overindulgence in alcohol, drug abuse, everything that you do wrongly to the detriment of your health, lack of exercise, every healthy thing that you refuse to do is a stronghold. When you are lazy to, make healthy life choices, it's a stronghold. You have to bring it down, because if you don't bring it down, it will cut short your life, and God forbid. Another area too where you can see stronghold is in your spirituality. You ask yourself, how am I doing spiritually? Is my faith getting stronger or weaker? Do I have more doubts than belief? Am I sure that my connection with God is together? When you feel disconnected from God, there's a stronghold somewhere. Because you know what? God cannot dwell in a heart that is not pure. So perhaps you have to deal with your heart. You have to take note of what you are doing that is not allowing the presence of God to envelop you. So even in your spirituality, you can find out that there is a stronghold somewhere. I'm not praying as I should. I'm not getting interested in the things of God. So what is that thing that is keeping me away? Why am I not zealous for God? Why am I not passionate for the things of God? There is a stronghold there that needs to be dealt with. Go on your knees. Pray. Ask God to help you to draw closer to Him. All right? So those are some of the areas that you can see that there is something that I need to address. This thing is not right. This thing is not working. It has to come down for a better me to emerge. Now, quickly, how do you identify these strongholds? The one thing I know is that you have to sincerely settle down and do a self-reflection. Reflect in the things that make you to think the way you think. Because all these strongholds are here. They are not on your forehead. They are in your heart. They are in your mind. So self-reflection, honest self-reflection will help you to see the pattern. See how your thoughts have been over time. Your thoughts, how negative they have been. Your emotions, how negative they have been. Your actions, how negative they have been. You begin to see them and say, wow, this can be addressed. This is not in place. You see, so you have to reflect and tell yourself the truth. Listen to me. If you go to a doctor and you need the doctor to address your situation, you have to sincerely tell him exactly how you feel, where it pains. So when you are doing your self-reflection to identify these strongholds so you can bring them down, you have to tell yourself the truth. My anger issue, my unforgiveness issue, my impulsive buying, my believing in a lie, my lack of openness, my lack of transparency, my lack of integrity. People can't trust you, so people don't deal with you for long. That's a stronghold. You're in your marriage, you are not open. That's a stronghold. You are closed in, so you are not receiving love, you are not giving love. That's a stronghold. When you sincerely reflect, you begin to identify those things and deal with them. Another thing also, please begin to write down your thought patterns. See how your mind works. Today, what did I think about, for example? You write it down. And then you say, I will not think about it this way tomorrow. You are making progress. Write down your thought patterns. Journal your thought patterns. Your emotional, pattern. How you feel. How negative you feel every time and, in situations. How you react. Write them down. It will help you to see how you are doing. To say, no, I will not be feeling like this again. No. I will correct this feeling. I will not believe in that thing I'm believing in that is messing my mind up. Listen to me. If you believe in some errors, some lies, if you believe in some lies, it can mess up your mind. Have you seen a believer, once a believer, that doubts that God does not exist? That person's mind has been messed up. The person has been sold a lie and the person bought it for free. So you have to guard your heart. In this life where the battle is here. And also seek for professional help if you know that you cannot deal with it on your own. I'm talking about you finding solution now. I'm talking about you after that you have identified that there are issues to deal with. Find solution. Look for someone that will counsel you. Look for someone that will join faith with you to pray, because these strongholds must be brought down for you to be your full self, your real self, so that your better version will emerge in your true colors, so you will enjoy life. And people in relationships with you will enjoy life. People in businesses with you will enjoy life with you. People enjoy the gift of you by the time you deal with these strongholds. Don't deny the fact that strongholds does not exist. They do exist, my people. They do. That's why they are given a name, stronghold. It depends on the stronghold that you have identified. When you identify them, bring them down by the knowledge of God. So draw closer to the word of God. Pray more, yes. And if you speak in tongues, why not? Pray more in the spirit. And before you know it, your heart is full of the consciousness of God. There will be no room for negativity to dwell. Guard your heart, so that your heart will not be a playground for negative thoughts and emotions. By so doing, putting you under pressure and not allowing you to be your full self. So that's all I have for us on this episode. I believe truly that you must have learned one thing or the other. If your stronghold is anger, deal with it. If your stronghold is lack of integrity, deal with it. If your stronghold is lack of discipline, deal with it. If your stronghold is your ability to believe in lies and the gossips that people bring to you, so you treat people according to what people told you about those people, rather than you finding out for yourself, deal with it, so that your life will deliver its full colors to the glory of God. So that's all I have for us on this episode. Please do like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel so that we can be a blessing. And please do comment on these videos. Yes. Say the way you feel. If there are contributions you want to make them. But please, by all means, leave me a comment. Let me know that I'm interacting with you, okay? So this is me saying thank you so very much. God bless you. Until I see you next time. Take care and bye.